already said, hey, look, Errol Spence, I've been wanting that fight for the longest. If he don't want to fight me, then I want to fight Jermell Charlo, Brian Castano winner. What's your take on that?
How about he do what's best and go fight Errol Spence then? Shut up, take a little bit less money, be quiet, humble yourself, and fight Errol Spence, he a stud. Do what he say, and then you might be the challenger sometimes.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel, man. As y'all come into the video, y'all smash that like button and subscribe. If you ain't already subscribed, man. This the rest of Jermell Charlo interview with Brian Castano, man. Hell of an interview. Jermell Charlo said a whole lot of shit during this interview, but one of the things we're gonna focus in on this video is how Jermell Charlo goes at Crawford, tells him do what the fuck he gotta do. Basically, what the fans been saying on this fight. And you know, Crawford came out recently and said that he feel like the fans should stop talking about the business and shit like that. Errol Spence also came out and said that, you know, he didn't want to really like make it seem like he a little boring them and shit like that, because as fighters, these niggas got ego. We all got egos and, you know, things like that. But Jermell Charlo, man, he went in on Bud in this segment, man. He ain't had no respect for Bud. I mean, rightfully so, because Jermell Charlo is the type of guy that say everything on his mind. And he fighting, cause I don't know if he fighting Castano next or not. I would like to see it, but I'm hearing talks today about how Jaime McGuire or something like that is in the talks with Jermell. I'm not sure how accurate that is. We'll wait to find out what that's about. But Jermell Charlo is basically responding to Terence Crawford, because Terence Crawford said if he don't fight Earl, he'd like to come up to fight Jermell. So Jermell, he's saying, like, I'll knock you the fuck out. Get you the fuck up out of there. You need to be worried about Errol Spence, because Errol Spence is going to beat your ass, so you might not even make it to me. So that's what Jermell Charlo is alluding to, but let's listen to some more.
These people don't know how to do that. They don't know how to be the challenger. That's his problem. He think he's too high up on the horse. Bob Arum don't give a damn about him. Bob Arum told him to his face. He done got lawsuits with his own promoter. You ain't worth shit to me, for real. That mean the man didn't really...
Hey, the shit Jermell Charlo said right here, man, it's kind of the truth. Well, it is the truth. It's basically saying shit we all been saying. What I've been saying in videos. It's like Jermell Charlo done watched a lot of this shit already before he did this interview. And he knew this shit was going to hit. He knew this segment was going to hit. He just saying what is on his mind, man. Well, a lot of other fans think. He's saying that Bud should take the back seat to be the challenger. You know, I feel like, you know, ain't nothing wrong with that, because it's clear as day that Errol Spence the bigger name. And I believe Terence Crawford gonna come to hand. You know what I'm saying? He gonna come around, because the last few statements from both sides, from Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, led me to believe that the fight is next. You know what I'm saying? It's almost clear as day. You know, Jermell Charlo ain't talked in a while, though. So this is a lot of shit that been on his mind, and he just answered the question and stating how he feel. Let's listen to some more.
Care about you anyways. You should have just shut up, make the right decision with your people that love you, and then do what you gotta do. Like, it's not...
See, the thing about that is, Terence Crawford feel like, he hasn't said it himself, but I heard Bernie come out and say, or Bomac. I heard Bomac say shit like that too. They basically felt like fuck PBC once upon a time. You know, maybe they feel like they coming around now because, you know, they back pretty much against the wall. It ain't too many places you can go after you done with Bob Arum. After those bridges is burnt, you know, who's left? The next, well, I ain't gonna say the next biggest, but because they bigger than Top Rank, but the biggest entity you can go to look for a deal is PBC. You know what I'm saying? I believe Terence Crawford gonna do that. I do.
My fault that you can't. Hey, They got some studs, though. Al Heyman only gonna sign the best of the best to me, personally. You got Ennis, you got Garcia, you got Thurman, you got people making a name for themselves in your own weight division. Sit your ass in your weight division and see if you can beat one of them. Cause fucking with me, you gonna get knocked the fuck out. I'm a knockout artist, baby.
He said what what everybody expect him to say. He said, you come fucking with me, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. But this is why I say, because I honestly agree with Jermell Charlo. I'm not on this part. This is what I believe. I believe Terence Crawford should worry about 147 and not Jermell Charlo, because we haven't even began to see everything he could do at 147. All we seen was really like the biggest name was Sean Porter. So we seen him do that. I feel like Terence Crawford is already like maxed out with his weight. Honestly, I could be wrong, you know what I'm saying? You never know, but it seems as if he's filling out at 147, and 147 is just his last stop. Because with these fighters, man, you can only go up so much before you had a big disadvantage. And with Bud, he's already been up multiple weight classes. When you in fight guys like Thurman, Errol Spence, we got new guys, Jerron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz and other guys in the division. I feel like when it comes to somebody like Canelo, he'll fight a couple of the guys in the division, then he'll move on up. He won't like clear that shit out. What Errol Spence doing is basically clearing out the division. After he beat Ugas, which I believe he gonna beat up Ugas and stop him. I think the stoppage coming, but like Errol Spence is doing, he is trying to clear out the entire division. He fought Shine, Danny, now Ugas. He would have fought Thurman, but Thurman, he a bullshitter. He don't really want no smoke. He been ducking forever, and that's pretty much a done deal for real. You know what I'm saying? For now, I feel like only time they should fight is if he's at 154. But Errol Spence is clearing out the division instead of somebody like Canelo fighting a guy to or want the guys to fight each other to where he fights the winner. You know, because he feels as if guys want to pay those two different mindsets. You know, clearing out the division versus fight each other, basically. So, you know, that's what I feel like Terence Crawford should do. Because jumping up to Jermell Charlo, right, don't even make sense because, first of all, Errol Spence is a bigger name than Jermell Charlo. So, whether you win or lose versus Errol Spence, which I believe you're going to lose, but win or lose is based on, like, okay, would you take that big-ass bag that you're going to get with the fight with Errol Spence, or go up to fight Jermell Charlo and not get that much and risk getting knocked out, like Jermell saying? Because it's a high risk that he's going to knock you the fuck out. Because we watching guys who are big 154-pounders who Jermell Charlo landed shit on, and he getting them niggas the fuck up out of there. You know, we watched Tony Harrison. You know, Tony Harrison, it was some years back though, but not Tony Harrison, but Tony Harrison too, but Erson Lubin. He got in that motherfucker. He with the uppercut, he got put out. We watched Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison was able to box to the win the first fight, but eventually it came to a point where he got caught with a left hook and he got knocked out. He got stopped. You know, so he got hurt. See, one thing Jermell Charlo got in common with Terence Crawford is good finishing ability. And you can't tell me if Mean Machine dropped Terence Crawford that Jermell Charlo can't. When we know he punching hard. You know, a lot of this shit telegraphed Terence Crawford might be able to last a few rounds, you know, to being able to avoid Jermell Charlo, but you know, we haven't seen him utilize the ring, use his foot movement to avoid a lot of shit in a while. So it leads people to believe that, you know, he's getting older to the point where he's slowing down, he getting more power. Maybe moving up to 154 might loosen it up to where he can be able to move and still light on his feet because he's moving up in the higher division. Not sure how that works, but it's too risky, bro. If I just cut the bullshit all the way out, too risky. You're not getting as much paper. And I really believe it's kind of like a little ploy. You know, when I initially heard Terence Crawford say that he'll go fight Jermell at 154, I ain't really harp on it because I felt like it was like a bargaining type of thing to the point where, okay, that's the only leverage he got. He's like, man, okay, y'all won't let me get Earl, I'll move up to, you know, to basically to force things his way or whatever. I guess I looked at it as like a tactic. But we all know the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight next. You know, long as Errol Spence deal with Ugas like he's supposed to deal with him, the fight next. You know, a lot of this shit, popcorn, talking shit, you know, Jermell Charlo point of view on things. A lot of shit he say I agree with in this interview, but like I said, man, but go ahead, lock in on Errol, because truth be told, to me, Errol Spence is a better fighter, let's say that, than fighting Jermell, you know, because in his head, he thinking Errol Spence is a tougher opponent than Jermell too, but the thing is, Jermell pose a different threat. He gonna come in that bitch extra cocky. He gonna train his ass off, and he trying to get you the fuck up out of it. I'm just saying, man. And I don't see Bud coming up to, you know, and Jermell got a chin. I don't see him getting Jermell the fuck up out of there. Maybe he can, you know, do a few things, like I said in the last few rounds, but bad idea, bro. Bad idea. Real talk. But y'all hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel and subscribe already, man. That's my thoughts on Bud trying to fight Jermell, whatever the case, and Jermell with his entertaining interview, man. He talking that shit, man. The boy don't give a fuck about nothing. But it is what it is, y'all. I'm out. Deuces.